Welcome to the Caterpillar. I am standing at the site of the explosion under what was called the Caterpillar. It was one of the hills along with Hill 60 that stood on either side of the railroad going into Ypres. And it was created, like Hill 60 was, by the spoil when that railroad cut was dug out in the 1850s. This crater behind me represents one of the 19 mines that exploded, signaling the start of the battle for Messine Ridge. At the time, it was probably the largest and loudest man-made explosion in human history. About 1 million pounds of explosives, and these weren't just ordinary explosives. This wasn't gunpowder, this was ammonol, which is just devastating in its effect. 10,000 Germans were killed outright from the explosion. And there are stories from the British as they attacked of German soldiers coming out of their dugouts so stunned and so overwhelmed by what just happened that they would reach out and try to embrace the British soldiers. They were just completely loopy from what had happened, is the only way to describe it. Hill 60, it's much more difficult to get a sense of that because there were multiple mines and the way things have grown up afterwards and the fighting that took place there. But here at the Caterpillar, you can really get a sense of that. Now, one of the interesting things about those mines is that there were actually 21 mines. Only 19 of them exploded, but because they all exploded in quick succession, they didn't know at the time they hadn't all gone off. And it was only in later years they discovered that some of those mines never exploded. And there are tens of thousands of pounds of ammonol explosives still in these mines, underground, under people's homes, under people's farms, here along Messine Ridge, that are something they have to keep an eye on. And I've seen video on YouTube, and you can probably find it, of them actually down in those mines looking at these bags full of these explosives. It's quite terrifying when you think about it. But this is the Caterpillar.